Registered Behavior Technician Test Prep. Question 1. What is the reinforcing consequence in I itch, therefore I scratch? Option A. Automatic positive reinforcement. Option B. Automatic negative reinforcement. Option C. Proprioceptive negative reinforcement. Option D. Proprioceptive positive reinforcement. The correct answer is option B. Automatic negative reinforcement. Automatic negative reinforcement, scratching removes the itch, making the behavior happen again in the future. Question 2. One of the properties of behavior are: Option A is size. Option B, effectiveness. Option C, repeatability. Option D, universality. The correct answer is option C, repeatability. Repeatability, properties of behavior are: repeatability, temporal extent, duration, temporal locus, exact time behavior occurs. Question 3. A stimulus is defined as: Option A, the change in behavior brought about by alterations of the physical environment. Option B, a change in the environment that can affect behavior. Option C, a change in the environment that elicits a response with or without prior conditioning. Option D, any environmental event exclusive of private events. The correct answer is option B, a change in the environment that can affect behavior. A change in the environment that can affect behavior. Question 4. Which situation is likely to be an example of negative reinforcement? Option A. A child puts a coin into a machine and gets a gumball. Option B. An employee submits reports to a nagging boss and boss stops nagging. Option C. An employee submits time sheet to payroll department and gets paid on Friday. Option D. A student has a tantrum and the teacher gives a hug to calm them down. The correct answer is option B. An employee submits reports to a nagging boss and boss stops nagging. An employee submits reports to a nagging boss and boss stops nagging. Question 5. In the past, Parnelli consistently drove at high speeds on city streets. However, he was pulled over and had to immediately pay a very expensive fine. Afterward, Parnelli very seldom drove at high rates of speed. Which of the following might account for the effect of the lost money resulting from paying the fine? Option A, negative punishment. Option B, negative reinforcement. Option C, positive punishment. Option D, the escape conditioning. The correct answer is option C, positive punishment. Positive punishment, the fine is the added stimulus to decrease speeding in the future. Question 6. Larry engages in self-injurious behavior which is maintained by automatic reinforcement. This behavior results in abrasions on both of his arms as a result of intense scratching. The behavior analyst decides to have Larry only wear long-sleeved shirts as an initial effort to reduce the behavior. This is an example of which type of procedure? Option A, extinction. Option B, deprivation. Option C, punishment. Option D, differential reinforcement. The correct answer is option A, extinction. Extinction, the long sleeves remove the previously reinforced behavior so that the behavior will stop. Question 7. Narrative recording is used to compile. Option A, data on various tasks the person can perform, such as putting on a shirt or tying shoelaces, to further identify skills training goals. Option B, demographic data such as age, marital status, sex, and educational experience and to identify appropriate interventions. Option C, information, which can be used to set inclusion goals, concerning proximity and social contacts with non-disabled peers in segregated settings. Option D, the running account of the behaviors and environmental circumstances to identify further behaviors and related variables worthy of analysis. The correct answer is option D, a running account of the behaviors and environmental circumstances to identify further behaviors and related variables worthy of analysis. A running account of the behaviors and environmental circumstances to identify further behaviors and related variables worthy of analysis. Question 8. The most appropriate tool for performing a behavior pattern analysis is A, N. Option. The correct answer is option D, NaN. Scatterplot, behavior pattern analysis is examining the consistent ways a person behaves across different situations. Scatterplot's relationship between two variables, often related to time and the frequency or intensity. Question 9. Narrative recording indicates the following sequence. #1 As Dad goes to change Rita's diaper, Mike screams. Dad puts Rita down, moves towards Mike, and tells him be quiet. Sequence #2 Mom is sitting next to Mike when the phone rings. She gets up, answers the phone, and starts talking to a friend. Mike starts screaming. Mom tells the friend goodbye and hangs up the phone. She then goes to Mike and tells him to stop screaming. Which is the most plausible hypothesis? Mom and Dad's behavior is most likely. Option A, being negatively reinforced by escape. Option B, being positively reinforced by attention. Option C, elicited by separation anxiety. Option D, evoked by feelings of jealousy. The correct answer is option B, being positively reinforced by attention. Being positively reinforced by attention. Question 10. Which method is the best to use when presenting categorical data from a functional analysis? Option A, a bar graph. Option B, anecdotal report. Option C, scatter plot. Option D, standard seal ration chart. The correct answer is option A, a bar graph. Bar graph. Question 11. Which of the following measures would be the most appropriate for reporting head banging during each 5-minute interval of work? Option A, duration of head banging. Option B, latency from a request to the first response. Option C, rate of head banging. Option D, inter-response time. The correct answer is option C, rate of head banging. Rate of head banging. Question 12. The best definition for mouthing behavior would be any instance of Luke. Option A, placing his mouth on any object for at least 5 seconds. Option B, placing his open mouth on a non-nutritive object or placing a non-nutritive object in his mouth. Option C, making contact with his mouth to any non-nutritive object. Option D, mouthing a non-nutritive item for 3 or more consecutive instances within a 30-second interval. The correct answer is option B, placing his open mouth on a non-nutritive object or placing a non-nutritive object in his mouth. Placing his open mouth on a non-nutritive object or placing a non-nutritive object in his mouth. Question 13. Susan recorded data on a student's fidgeting behavior in the following way. She divided a 10-minute recording period into 10-second intervals and recorded in each interval a plus if the target behavior occurred at least once. The percentage of intervals of target behavior occurrence was about 45%. The data resulting are most likely to be in Option A, accurate measure of inter-response times. Option B, inaccurate measure of inter-response times. Option C, overestimate of the occurrence of the behavior. Option D, underestimate of the occurrence of the behavior. The correct answer is option C, overestimate of the occurrence of the behavior. Overestimate of the occurrence of the behavior. This is an inflated representation of the behavior's overall duration or frequency, as the behavior might not have been present for the entire interval. Question 14. A major benefit of product recording is that Option A, it is the easiest recording method. Option B, it is used when a behavior results in a certain tangible outcome. Option C, the observer does not have to be present when the behavior occurs. Option D, one can always determine who engaged in the behavior that led to the product that was recorded. The correct answer is option C, the observer does not have to be present when the behavior occurs. The observer does not have to be present when the behavior occurs. Product recording measures behaviors by observing the tangible results they leave behind, meaning the observer doesn't need to directly witness the behavior happening to collect data. Question 15. Observation sessions should be scheduled so that the representativeness of the data can be maximized. Considering behaviors occurring in a school setting, which of the following options is consistent with this recommendation? Option A, behaviors are given letter codes that represent the complete topographical definition of the behaviors. Example, on-task academic behavior is represented by O on the recording sheet. Option B, observations should be made only when the behavior is likely to occur most frequently during a day, for instance, during a particular academic class. Option C, recordings of behavior during the whole school day may be needed initially to assess the representativeness of samples within the day. Option D, a representativeness can be assured by scheduling observations in sessions of 60 minutes or more in the morning and afternoon school schedule. The correct answer is option C. Recordings of behavior during the whole school day may be needed initially to assess the representativeness of samples within the day. Recordings of behavior during the whole school day may be needed initially to assess the representativeness of samples within the day. Representativeness means that the data collected accurately reflects the overall population or phenomenon being studied. In this case, the population is the student's behavior throughout the entire school day. Question 16. A behavior analyst is asked to consult about a 10-year-old child who gets out of his seat during class at least once every 15 minutes. The behavior analyst wants the teacher to collect data on the child's on-task behavior. Given that the teacher works alone in the classroom with 30 children, the best procedure to employ would be: Option A, interval recording; Option B, latency recording; Option C, duration recording; Option D, time sampling. The correct answer is Option D, time sampling. Time sampling. Momentary time sampling records that the behavior happen only if it happened at the end of an interval. Question 17. A parent reports that her 2-year-old daughter uses a number of stalling techniques to avoid bedtime once she is told to go to bed. What would be a good progress measure for going to bed when told? Option A, a frequency; Option B, interresponse time; Option C, latency; Option D, compliance. The correct answer is Option A, frequency. Answer: latency, time between antecedent and response. Question 18. Fred does not follow some of the directives imposed by the direct care staff. A behavior analyst has been asked to put a program in place that will get Fred to comply with all directives. The behavior analyst should first: Option A, differentiate between compliance rates across different directives; Option B, request that staff provide a ratio of compliant behaviors to non-compliant ones; Option C, determine a list of potential reinforcers for the behavior program; Option D, consider the ethical implications of training Fred to comply with all directives. The correct answer is Option D, consider the ethical implications of training Fred to comply with all directives. Question 19. Angela nurses her newborn infant when he cries. Rates of crying increase. The presentation of the milk functions as N. Option A, unconditioned reinforcer; Option B, a discriminative stimulus; Option C, establishing operation; Option D, conditioned reinforcer. The correct answer is Option A, unconditioned reinforcer. Question 20. Speed, magnitude, durability, and generality of effect are some of the most important. Option A, the dimensions of behavior that lend themselves to quantification more readily than others. Option B, of variables that are overlooked by other social sciences in solving problems. Option C, of variables to consider when selecting reinforcers and punishers. Option D, the components of treatment packages used in treating the most severe behavior problems. The correct answer is Option C, variables to consider when selecting reinforcers and punishers. Question 21. To definitively identify effective reinforcers for an individual, it is necessary to: Option A, complete a reinforcer assessment; Option B, complete a preference assessment; Option C, ascertain what reinforcers the individual has access to; Option D, interview people who know the individual well. The correct answer is Option A, complete a reinforcer assessment. Question 22. The reinforcement schedule that produces a high steady rate of responding is: Option A, Phi; Option B, FR; Option C, 6; Option D, a VR. The correct answer is Option D, VR. Question 23. In order to obtain the greatest increase in the value of an identified reinforcer after studiation has occurred, the behavior analyst should: Option A, deliver the reinforcer non-contingently; Option B, reduce the magnitude of the reinforcer; Option C, thin the schedule of reinforcement; Option D, temporarily remove the reinforcer. The correct answer is Option D, temporarily remove the reinforcer. Question 24. Jimmy is watching his favorite Saturday morning cartoon and playing with his train set. The cat walks past him and he pulls its tail. Jimmy's mother takes away one of his train cars. This is an example of: Option A, a response intervention; Option B, antecedent manipulation; Option C, response cost; Option D, overcorrection. The correct answer is Option C, response cost. Question 25. A punishment contingency is least likely to produce which effect? Option A, undesirable emotions may result. Option B, the aggressive or violent behavior may be evoked. Option C, a more appropriate replacement behavior may develop. Option D, the person delivering the punisher may become an aversive stimulus. The correct answer is option C. A more appropriate replacement behavior may develop. Question 26. 3 boys with autism, ages 7 to 10 years old, served as participants in a study. During baseline, staff used response blocking when 5 instances of aggression or headbanging occurred within 10 seconds, until attempts ceased for 1 minute. During baseline and treatment, each occurrence of aggression and headbanging was recorded daily and converted to the number of responses per hour. Treatment comprised a differential reinforcement of incompatible behavior (DRI) schedule coupled with response blocking after every headbanging or aggression. The staff initially applied the treatment to headbanging, while continuing to take a baseline on aggression. After noting treatment effects on headbanging, the staff then applied the treatment to aggression. What is the independent variable? A. DRI schedule with instruction on the incompatible behavior. B. DRI schedule and response blocking. C. Rate of the incompatible behavior. Option. The correct answer is option B, NaN. Question 27. 3 boys with autism, ages 7 to 10 years old, served as participants in a study. During baseline, staff used response blocking when 5 instances of aggression or headbanging occurred within 10 seconds, until attempts ceased for 1 minute. During baseline and treatment, each occurrence of aggression and headbanging was recorded daily and converted to the number of responses per hour. Treatment comprised a differential reinforcement of incompatible behavior (DRI) schedule coupled with response blocking after every headbanging or aggression. The staff initially applied the treatment to headbanging, while continuing to take a baseline on aggression. After noting treatment effects on headbanging, the staff then applied the treatment to aggression. What is the independent variable? A. DRI schedule with instruction on the incompatible behavior. B. DRI schedule and response blocking. C. Rate of the incompatible behavior. Option. The correct answer is option B, NaN. Question 28. A child's behavior is being reinforced on a VR8 schedule during intensive teaching. During the sessions, the child begins to get out of the chair. In order to address this problem, the behavior analyst should switch to which schedule? Option A, VR1. Option B, FR6. Option C, FR8. Option D, VR4. The correct answer is option D, VR4. Question 29. In order to replace a behavior targeted for change with a behavior that topographically does not resemble the target behavior, which differential reinforcement procedure would be best? Option A, DRO. Option B, DRH. Option C, DRI. Option D, DRL. The correct answer is option C, DRI. Question 30. The primary functions of behavior are: Option A, annoy people. Option B, get/obtain. Option C, identified via a blood test. Option D, escape/avoid. B. Both B and D. The correct answer is option E. Question 31. The 4 functions of behaviors that can be identified by using the FAST and MOS questionnaires are: Option A, escape. Option B, attention. Option C, tangible. Option D, sensory/automatic reinforcement. E. All of the above. The correct answer is option E. Question 32. When behavior is escape motivated, there is generally: Option A, a demand that preceded the behavior. Option B, no attention being provided to the person. Option C, no antecedent to the behavior. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option A, a demand that preceded the behavior. Question 33. In the following example, identify the possible function of the behavior. A student lies to the teacher about being sick and the teacher lets the student out of doing his class project. This scenario repeats several times over the next week and always results in the teacher letting the student out of doing his class project. Option A, attention. Option B is sensory/automatic reinforcement. Option C, escape. Option D, tangible. The correct answer is option C, escape.